Hey guys, I've just finished an intriguing interview with Ryan Bridge. And in that interview, Ryan reminded me that Fauvake's killer, our teammate, was out and free in less than a year. To be exact, he was out in 11 months. How is this justice? How is this justice when the rest of us have been served with a life sentence? His mum will never have her son back. His daughter will never have her father back. We will never have our teammate back. Paul Goldsmith, we must keep these murderers and killers away from society. We have to get our brothers, fathers, sons home safely to their families and loved ones. We have to act on this now.
In 2021, Kiwi MMA fighter Fauvake was killed in an unprovoked coward punch attack in Auckland. The 25-year-old was the father of a young girl trained at City Kickboxing Gym. Now, City Kickboxing founder Eugene Behrman is calling for tough new sentences for these types of attacks, even though the government has already announced some. In fact, they are progressing through Parliament at Select Committee stage. Eugene is with me at the desk this morning. Good morning.
Hey Ryan, thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. So the changes the government announced back in June, they're going through Parliament at the moment. What about them is not tough enough?
I think the main thing, we're going somewhere with them. Firstly, to have coward punching starting to be recognised as a serious crime is a step forward. But the amendment bill doesn't come with any minimum sentencing, and I think that's where we need to go. So we are particularly advocating for a minimum if the crime's fatal. If it's caused a death, minimum of 8 years non-parole. And we think that firstly, the most important thing that does is that takes someone very dangerous off the street, but that also sends a very clear message that that's a very serious crime, and don't be a perpetrator of that crime.
Because it's 10 years minimum for murder, I think, from memory. You're wanting 8 years for a manslaughter where there's intent to basically go after someone with a coward punch.
Yeah, but more importantly, we want it to be its own specific crime and have nothing to do with manslaughter.
Yeah, right.
It's currently a manslaughter at the moment. It's charged under manslaughter at the moment, which does have a life imprisonment, but it's just very, very seldom that sentence is given, and it's given very, very lightly, given that after you apply all the discounts and stuff and everything.
That's right. Discounts like a Briscoe sale, isn't it? It's like 80% off for this, 20% off for this. Can you tell us what the guy who punched Faux, how long before he was out?
He was out after he got his discounts, and he got a few wide. And I guess, this escapes me, Ryan, I'm sorry, but it was very quick. It was in under 3 years.
Yeah.
Under 3 years, he was already out on the streets.
Less than a year.
Less than a year,
Less than a year, 11 months. So he got almost 3 years, but then,
after the discounts were applied.
That's right.
This is the thing that we're really advocating against. We were all naughty kids when we were young. You know what I mean? And we all went through hardship. But whether that should have any reflection later in life on what you've done, we also become adults and we also become responsible. And I think, to apply those discounts, because some of these young fellas have had a hard life, it doesn't truly reflect how they're acting later on as an adult.
Do you think that by giving them a punishment and actually sticking with it and not giving the discounts, that they might learn something? Do you think that there is a possibility they'll learn from that? Or is it more about justice for the victim and for their family to know that actually the person who did this isn't going to just walk away?
You would hope that a tougher sentence would teach them a lot more about the wrongful doings that they committed, but it's honestly more about the victim. There's not a family out there that feels justice when you have lost a son, they've lost a father, they've lost whoever, and within a year, 2 years, 3 years, that person's already free, enjoying the fruits of life when their loved one is no longer. That's a life sentence. And light prison sentences don't justify that life sentence that they have to go through.
Eugene, the government has said, and I've read from Paul Goldsmith this morning, we're unlikely to move on this. The minimum sentences, which is what you want, because then you're guaranteed that they're going to spend some time behind bars, is kind of off the table. What's your message to Paul Goldsmith? He'll be on our show tomorrow.
Yeah, my message to him is you need to look at the hundreds and possibly even thousands of people that the crime doesn't necessarily cause death to, but there's this massive flow-on effect of anxiety and trauma, injury. It's the deaths are the tip of the spear. But every weekend in this country, there's coward punches going on. And it's going to continue, and there's going to continue to be more deaths if he doesn't apply tougher laws and tougher legislation around this crime. That's my message to him.
Eugene, I really appreciate you coming on the show this morning, and nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Meet you. Thank you, Ryan.
Take
Appreciate
care.
it.
That is Eugene Behrman. He's the founder of City Kickboxing.